Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm the Wombat of Doom.
I'm Meg Kirby. That dude over there sucks. Oh wait, I'm pointing the wrong way. That dude over there, it's backwards. Wherever Trell is, he's garbage.
Dude,
That dude, yeah, that dude, the second one,
how
he's
could you
trash.
point at me like that? You
Because I'm pointing to my
asshole.
left, and then it's god damn
One
it, dude.
idiot. One
You're
idiot.
you can't even link a goddamn Twitch channel properly. Don't talk to me.
Some big expiration. He doesn't know where Trell is.
You fell off a cliff.
Hey Doom,
What's going on?
welcome.
Spears.
Okay,
Oh.
that was the best intro. So professional, guys.
That's what we do. Well, Troll didn't let me finish putting on my makeup, and now here we are. So
Oh my god. And just for that, I'm gonna totally just go back to playing Jedi Souls now and leave that boss just sitting there for a while.
do it, cause I won't even be here next week.
Oh, you're not okay. So next week we'll pick up that boss.
God. Well, hopefully you'll be on it the whole week and I won't miss anything. Yes, thank you, Tequil. That's exactly what I was trying to do.
So for those of you who are joining us from Trail Stream, welcome. Thanks for coming in. For those of you who are here for the podcast, we're gonna be talking today about the modernization of gaming, and what we mean by that is like what gaming is like today versus like 10 years ago, like the things that they're coming out with, the innovation, and whether it's innovation or not is debatable. But we're going to talk about it and see how it helps games, how it doesn't help games. And you guys might even have some ideas of things that we are missing in this talk. So, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's get into it. So, what do you guys want to start with?
Stadia. Let's go with that.
Sure. That's yep. I was trying to think of whatever would make me
Stadia or
mad.
Stadia? How do you pronounce it?
Oh,
How do we pronounce it? Isn't it Stadia or am I saying it wrong?
I don't know. I'm gonna Google it.
So I don't really know much about Stadia. So, what can you guys tell me about it?
I think the concept is pretty neat. Like the concept of streaming games. It's not like the only one out there either. Like there's a lot of things that you can do, and there's
It's
like a lot of
Stadia.
Stadia. Okay. Excuse me. I think like for the most part, like there's a lot of different options available to you to like meet whatever your setup is in your house. Like for instance, I if I whenever I get a brand new awesome sexy computer.
Oh, you mean like 50 years? Yeah, I'm waiting for that. Don't worry.
You could do stuff like from Steam. You could what stream to your Xbox, stream to your smart TV. There's a
But you
lot
can already do that with Steam.
right. I'm saying
Oh,
that
I
there's a
thought you
lot
were
of,
saying.
like
Okay, I gotcha.
like with Stadia that like the streaming thing wasn't new, but the cloud part probably was more of what it was trying to go for. I think
Right. Yeah, because
Or-
now you don't need a good PC like you do with the Steam streaming, right? You just
Right.
it's all on their cloud servers.
Right, 'cause that's the beauty of it. Like before, you still needed some sort of piece of hardware to do it. Now the hardware is just in the cloud. That all
Right.
you need is just the service.
Yup.
So I think that's where Stadia is going to come in because, not everyone can afford a brilliant, awesome, sexy PC because they're buying, diapers and formula and stuff like that. But in all reality, I think the concept is pretty unique, especially when they start bringing in the mobile aspect. You can push it to your phone. You can hook up your controller to your phone. So I know a lot of people are kind of like dogging on it at this point right now because they're like, oh, it's just gonna be another flash in the pan. But I don't know. I think it's relevant. You gotta see where it goes. I think it's too early to call it.
Do you think that it will last? Like, I mean, there's been a lot of innovation that Google's come out with, like the Google glasses, which were like really cool. Everybody was
Yeah.
pretty hype about them, and then they kind of
think that-
burned out.
Do you think the timing was wrong for that? Like, you think if they brought it out now, would it be more popular in 2019?
I guess the question is, how much does the Stadia cost?
200.
Okay, so it's about the cost of a console,
Let me
like
look
a
it up.
small console.
I think it's a bit less. I actually think it's like 170. Oh, I'm way too high. It's 129. Is that
129. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's much cheaper than I expected or than I thought. Yeah, 129 to 150. There's different editions, but it's in that range.
Let me
Also,
turn up.
Doom says that Charles. Yeah.
Yeah, let me turn you guys up. Thank you, Doom. and
Yes,
it's
thank
because
you.
I got a better mic than them.
It probably is. My headset's
Probably.
old. I need to be heard.
Is that better?
Okay.
Testing, testing.
And you speak more into the mic.
Ah,
Oh, sexy like.
Just remember when you were Ticos or Ticos?
Chicas, yeah. That was good stuff. Man, I'm glad we got to see Nikos today. It was good to see him.
oh, you
Yeah.
saw him?
Hope he's
Nice.
doing well.
He popped in for literally 5 minutes. So,
Yeah, he was like,
But-
"Oh man, home of BDE, gotta go though." I was like,
Yup.
"Thanks, man."
yeah, okay. But yeah, so it's not too expensive. Here are my problems with Stadia. There's two. One isn't Stadia's fault at all, but it's still an issue with it, and it's that most people don't have the internet speeds needed to make it run well.
Mm.
And specifically the portable part, what Trell was saying is true. Like eventually you could put it on your phone, and maybe I'm out of town in Chicago next week. I could, if I had Stadia, I could play all my games there, and that'd be cool. But I'm not gonna have the internet I need when I'm not at home, so
Right.
that's not gonna work yet. And that's not Google's fault. That's the internet companies, and I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just saying it's an issue.
I mean,
Right.
like, you go to a
Yeah,
hotel,
go
the internet, even when you pay for really good internet, it's crappy still.
It's not gonna be good enough. Yeah, it's just not.
Right.
And then my other problem. Yeah, go ahead. Before
Wait,
we,
what is good enough? I guess like you talking about like competitive gaming, because I would agree no there, but like casual play, you think it's even good enough for the casual?
I guess it
play, or-
depends on who you are. For me, I don't care about the competitive side of things. Some people definitely do. They want to go into Destiny 2 and do like the PvP or something. I don't know. But for casual stuff, I mean, I guess I don't know the exact speed you need, but I know a lot of people were complaining that was like there's some dude, there's a video, I'll find it. I'm gonna go link it soon. He pressed space bar and literally a second and a half later his character jumped. That's how bad the input lag was because his internet wasn't like at the recommended settings or something. So it really depends on how good your internet is. Definitely not for competitive, but even for some casual games. Like if I go to a hotel, it's not going to be good enough. I know that for a fact.
What about
Yeah,
like
that
linking
Wi-Fi.
up to your phone Wi-Fi?
I've never really used that, so I don't know how good or bad that is, to be completely honest. So
Hmm.
here we go. This is what I wanted to link.
Or hooking up to your like laptop that has, or no, I guess not. That's the same thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get the Stadia myself. But that's because I have a computer. It's for people who don't have a computer, right?
It's for people who don't have a computer or a console. It's really for people who want to get. That's what
How-
it seems like. I don't know. I don't know
How
who it's
rare
for.
is that?
Yeah, I don't know who it's for. I actually don't understand that. Here's the video I was talking about, by the way. You only have to watch like the first 5 seconds. But anyway, the input lag can be rough. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like for people who don't have a computer or a console but want to try gaming. But then you
Okay.
also have to have good internet. So I don't really know.
So why did
Matt do it?
Matt do it. Yeah.
So he's trying to figure that out too. But he mentioned it was mostly he travels a lot too for his work.
Mhm.
So like if he goes out somewhere, he could hook it up to his phone and do the mobile thing. But I don't know how the internet really works in
Got
that case. But I agree that if it worked well, that'd be a great use for it.
Yeah.
My
Go
my
ahead.
biggest thing is that my biggest question is for Stadia is like, what hole is it trying to fill?
Yeah, that's what I don't know who is this for.
Yeah.
I don't get it either.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like a lot of products these days have to recognize a hole and
I mean,
fill
of
that
course,
hole, right?
Yeah, why would anyone buy something if it's not doing something new?
Well,
Or just better.
I think Google goes into a lot of gimmick stuff instead of like looking for a hole. They make something that people want. Like they're like, oh, that looks awesome. That's something I need to have. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
For example, but the problem with it is like the products that they make, these ideas that they have are cool, but they're too expensive for me to pick up as a novelty. Almost like Nintendo Labo stuff. Like it's cardboard and it's expensive, but like it doesn't really do a
It's
lot
cardboard
of stuff.
and it's expensive.
Yeah. Do you think
Yeah.
Nintendo Labo is done? Like I never bought
I
it.
do. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
It
seems
was a
done to
really,
me.
really awesome idea. Like it felt like Legos for gaming, but
Mhm.
like there wasn't. It was oriented toward kids for sure. There wasn't really much for like the other aspect of the gaming community for Nintendo, which is the adults that have grown up on it. Yeah, go ahead, Doom. I don't mind. I'll let me. I think I have to allow you, or why don't you shoot it to me and I'll post it. But yeah, with Labo, I felt like I didn't have enough of an investment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I feel like
it feels,
Labo was the same thing as the Wii U. Like it another kind of like Nintendo also is like Google. They kind of go for like some gimmicky things where you got like you're able to interact now and wave around your controllers. You can play the games interactively, but it's a lot of times we just kind of all of a sudden go back to, man, I just want to sit on the couch, and then you end up just like kind of lazy position, just kind of waving.
Yeah,
And,
exactly. That's all I want.
Yeah, it's just like the laziness. Like I go to games because I want to.
Are you
turn
talking
off
about
my
the
brain for a
Wii U
little
or
bit.
the Wii?
Both, I guess, right?
Well, the Wii U didn't have the Wii controllers that you're talking about.
But still, well, yeah, it did. For
Well, it
some
did,
of the,
yeah, but
yeah. But like just like that, I feel like that they kind of went away. They kept it around for the Switch, but honestly, I don't really play a lot of Switch like that. I play it just like a handheld or I'll have a dock type thing, and I play on the Pro controller. I hardly ever use the swinging around capabilities
Whoa,
of
well, I bet my nudes are in there.
it. But so I feel like all those are kind of gimmicky, but they do have their place. I mean, I feel like with those we're gonna make some good strides in maybe creating, I don't know, like I mean, if not in the gaming industry, at least in some sort of technological advances. Like look at the Kinect. When the Kinect came out, that was used for all kinds of purposes outside of video games, like bomb disposal and all kinds of crazy crap like that, right?
Right.
So I feel like I'm glad that they're innovating. I don't want them not to, and I definitely support it. But sometimes like I can agree why people maybe hammer it a little bit. Like what hole was it trying to fill? Who's it for? Is our
Yeah,
internet ready as a society? As give me that South Korean internet, please.
it wasn't ready. That's South Korean internet. Yeah. My other problem with it is that you don't own any of the games that you buy on it. You pay for the game and you never get to download it. It's only on their servers, and if their servers go down, you can just never play your game ever again. It's just gone, and I don't like that. You're paying to rent it from them essentially.
Right. Do any of you do the was it Xbox Live Plus or PlayStation Plus or whatever that service is?
Yeah, I have a friend that does, but I personally don't.
so
Okay.
the debate has always been with that whether to own the game or to rent the game. I actually, when I was a kid and I couldn't afford games at all, like I rented N64 games at
Yes!
Blockbuster.
Yes,
Yes!
you weren't paying $60 to rent them.
You
So-
don't pay that. You pay like $15 a month. Oh, how much is Stadia?
Okay, you have to pay. There's a service where you can get discounts, but if you want to buy a game, it's sometimes full price or like $40 to $60. You still have to buy the games.
Right, but $15
Looks like
a
we're
month,
dropping
unlimited.
frames.
But it's not every game. You only get some games for free, and the rest you get at a discount for the $15 a month.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different with Xbox though, right? Xbox.
Oh yeah, Xbox is different. I thought we were talking about Stadia. Yeah.
We're jumping.
Okay.
So yeah, Stadia might have to come down on that a bit, in my opinion, to compete with like someone like Xbox or something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
I mean, you still need the hardware with Xbox, obviously, but
Yep.
at this
Yeah.
point, a lot of people already have that.
so basically what we're talking about is subscription gaming now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's kind of what we've moved into from Stadia, but yeah.
So Stadia has subscription gaming, correct?
Yeah, it's weird. You have to buy some games. Some games come free if you pay a subscription, and then there's also a discount if you have a subscription. But you can also not do that and just buy the games, but you don't really own them, so it's stupid.
Right. So I mean, that's why I don't even buy Nintendo games on the Virtual Console. Like for the most part, I always
Wait, but you own those games. You get to download them.
you can, but if their servers like what
Well, look, on my Wii, I have a bunch of games on the Virtual Console. Their servers are long gone, but I can still play those
them.
games.
Right. Okay, that's true, but like, yeah, I know, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so that's my only complaint is that I want to if something happens, I want to be able to keep my games. So I want to be able to download them or physically have copies of them.
Right, but like you wouldn't be able to transfer it to another Wii if your Wii broke.
No, you're right. Well, at least I think you probably could if you really tried, but you're right. I don't know how to do it. So yeah, sure.
So like if my Wii broke and all the virtual console games that I had on there broke. Or sorry, were on there. I wouldn't be able to put them on anything else. I'd have to.
You're right.
But if I had a CD or disc that had the game, then like I'd be good.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I like physical if I can, but
Right.
I'll also I'll take downloads too. It's fine.
I mean, there's some games you can't download, or you can't. I mean, you can't have physical copies of. So
Right. Yeah. Of course. Yep.
yeah, it looks like
So-
we're dropping frames every once in a while, but I think we're still okay.
Yeah. I haven't been watching the actual stream. I just have like the Discord thing up.
This computer is it's starting to need some service, I think.
Well, I mean, Charles' computers needed service for like 20 years, but
Hey man, Dino's still going strong. What are you talking about?
okay.
He brought me all the way to whatever Madeir 2.0 is in there, man.
So,
Yes,
I would say for me that subscription gaming is something that I've been tempted to get in the past, and Kirby and I have had this conversation offline a couple times. But no, the stream didn't freeze. It was just Discord. Discord sometimes lags. Or like say I minimize Discord, it freezes. So like everybody pick a pose. Ready? I'm gonna minimize Discord.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So yeah, that's what that was. So if I subscribe to, so for example, PlayStation, if you subscribe to PlayStation Plus, you can have access to all like a whole bunch of different games. But I never thought it was worth it unless Demon Souls or games that I would never be able to play anymore were on there, and
Right.
they weren't. So I wasn't a fan of it.
Demon
Yeah,
Soul.
they have Bloodborne, but that was the only
Yeah,
game really
but
that
I had well, I guess I didn't have
Oh,
a
yeah.
PS4 or no, I did
No,
have
I
a
get it,
PS4.
though.
So yeah, it's kind of a how much you invest in something in order to, like, you already have to pay for the online service, it's just, but I also get like sometimes it's more cost effective for people who like don't ever play games again.
Oh
or
yeah, I'm
don't
not saying
want
it
a
doesn't have
collection.
purpose. I'm just
No,
saying
I
it
know.
doesn't. It's not what. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm
That's
trying
fair. I
to
think
justify
it's
it
good to-
because it's bad to be dismissive and just for dismissiveness sake, just because you
Yeah.
personally don't use it.
Well,
I mean, that doesn't cater to our whole audience, for instance. Like, I know
Well, yeah, exactly. I think
Tikel
there's
isn't a fan, and we aren't a fan, but somebody
Yeah, I
might.
agree with you, Skill.
it's good to have options out there. Like if you ever so found yourself in a need for that, or you said you felt like you could dabble in it. Maybe one day you do feel like you want to. Like
Right.
it's good to have options out there.
Correct. And it's kind of neat that gaming is in a place where there are options. But like, like we're in kind of like still like, I don't know if we're past the golden era, but like we're definitely in a gaming renaissance where gaming is actually like a marketable thing. Like people are targeting gamers, and gamers are cool, and like there's like esports and like
Gamers are cool.
like
I'm so fucking cool. Oh man.
but you know what I mean, like
I do, it's just funny to think
people who
about.
are gamers like used to be like like a grow up man, like that's a kid thing to do, you know what
Bunch
I mean?
of nerds.
Yeah, and now it's like people actually make money off of it. People watch Twitch. We have a whole community. Like,
Mhm.
like think of the gaming conventions and Twitch conventions and all kinds of things. I'm going
Oh
to
yeah, of course.
PAX Unplugged next weekend, and it's gonna be awesome. And like I'll see a whole bunch of people for tabletop stuff even, and like tabletop is kind of getting boosted up because of it too. So it's neat.
That's neat.
I buy only gamer food and accessories. So
Yeah, I actually only like gamer things that are made strictly for gamers. Gamers only, please.
yeah, Doom, I agree. Like it's got to be the right price. Like if I'm renting a game for $10 instead of having to pay $50 to buy the game, like then that's great because I might pay $10 for a month and be good. But like if I'm paying like $50 for like however long, that's another thing altogether. You know, it's kind of like buying a subscription to like an online service and then not using that online service except for like very rarely. You know, so you pay like $60 for the year, but you only game like 12 days out of that year. Is that worth it?
Yep.
And like now that like every service is like you have to have a subscription in order to play online stuff. It's
Yeah, I hate when Nintendo did that. I was like, come on.
yeah, but at
I know
least it's only $20 like instead
A year.
of
Yeah.
instead of
I think
60 or something.
The part that rubbed people kind of salty, I think, was like how it was like Mario Kart 8, for example, was free before, and all of a sudden they implemented it, and it was like, now you gotta pay.
It's also just bad compared to everything else. Like their servers are still just bad.
Yeah, their servers are bad, and
Remember when we tried to play Smash? That was terrible.
the game is that the servers though, is that the games themselves just don't have like the right multiplayer capabilities.
I guess I don't really know. You're right.
I
don't know
think
what
it's
the
their
problems are.
servers for sure.
Okay. Because I don't know, like some things I don't get Nintendo. They just make multiplayer hard, but I mean that could be a whole new topic. That we
Oh my God.
One that we've already talked about in the past too.
Yeah, they're just bad at multiplayer in general. I don't know what's so hard. Just follow the recipe that everyone else does. Good grief.
Can't do it.
We'll have to
You
take a
gotta
look
be
at that video,
innovative
dude.
about it.
So, I guess, yeah, there's definitely pros and cons to subscription-based stuff, like accessing stuff you can't access usually, or, you know, maybe you can't afford to buy a library of games. But, like, yeah, I think it definitely has its place. So, what about things that don't have as much of a place? Like, it's either an all or nothing type of thing.
Do you think VR is that way?
Yes, I do. So, a very good segue. Thank you.
What do you guys think about VR?
I really liked everything that I've done with VR. I just think it's too expensive for what it is.
What
but-
did you like about it? Because for me, I can't think of a single game I'd be like, I'd rather be playing this in VR.
Breath of the
Every
Wild.
game I play, you really though? You'd rather like walk around and swing your sword? That'd be so annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fair.
Th-
To me, I just
think
like, I don't know,
about
man.
think about how awesome my art streams would be with Breath of the Wild.
I would just rather just play the game like a normal dude, but that's just me, I guess. It's just not for me. That's why I'm out to be complaining the whole time.
Kirby's a straight shooter, man. He likes.
I literally just want to sit down with the controller and play games. I don't want to be in the game.
How about Portal? Playing
No, first of all, I'm gonna fucking throw up all over my room, and then second of all, I'd rather just play the game.
Holy crap, man!
Like,
Trell,
I personally,
imagine like a game like, for example, Visage or something on Halloween.
don't do it.
In
Don't do it. Don't do it.
VR.
I played VR horror once. I'm a bitch. Listen, I'll play any horror game or watch any horror movie, but put me in VR, I'm scared. I'm running away. It's
Oh,
not.
man.
It's if you like it though, I agree. That's the best thing about VR. Racing's
Is
pretty
the
cool,
immersion.
but horror game, yeah. But
I think horror would. I was about to say horror would be what I would use it for if I was going to use it. I mean, I already get scared like crazy off some of those games I've been playing, especially in October.
VR
Well, I would-
lightsabers. Yeah.
Oh my
Hey,
god,
Matt.
VR lightsabers, dude! Can you imagine?
can you imagine?
be so good.
So
Dude,
like as an artist, like there's a program in one of the VR consoles that you can like paint in VR and like kind of sculpt and stuff. It's really neat. And I've always wanted to do it so I can like make like a whole like area, you know, like make a garden in VR. You know what I mean? Like paint a garden in like it's the 3D garden. It'd be so cool. You know what I mean? Like think about
Yeah.
like making a game that way. Like,
It'd be
you're like
Minecraft,
building a
but-
yeah, kind of like
less
Minecraft,
blocky.
but like you're painting it. You know, like you're
Right.
yeah. And I know Kirby, that's not your thing, but like
No, but that doesn't mean I don't want it for other
doesn't,
people.
doesn't that sound awesome? Like
It does. If I could tell if I was into that, I would, yeah, that would be very, very cool. And I think it's great for people like you and people who like that sort of creative thing. So I agree.
Being able
yeah.
to explore Hyrule Castle like by walking around it, like experiencing it yourself, would be just really neat.
I mean, I would do it
yeah.
once, and then once I've done it, I would just go back to playing the game normally.
Sure. Okay. But yeah, so like again, a novelty. It's like it's
Yeah, of course. But like, is that what you want to pay that much money for? As a novelty?
right.
You bust
Right.
out whenever you have friends come over.
That's
Or
why I
your
haven't
point?
gotten
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I
Like I
gotcha.
really, I would
I
love
gotcha.
VR if it was a little less expensive. And also like I feel like streaming VR is probably the most difficult thing.
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
you can't
People
see
have done
chat.
it, obviously, but well, they have it so you can apparently add chat onto the overlay in the headset.
Huh.
I don't know how, but apparently it's possible.
Is it? I think like some games have it built in. Like was it Beat Sabers or something like that? Doesn't it have
Oh,
that have chat built in? Like I can't. I don't know. I don't know the setup, but it sounds like it'd be complicated.
Yeah.
To draw comparisons to to the Stadia conversation though, I don't like. I hope Stadia is not like VR in my opinion, and what I mean by that is like I don't think VR is ready yet. I don't think it's good enough yet.
Oh, it's not. And even my best friend who really loves VR, he's like, I can't recommend it to anyone because it's not where it needs to be. And they know that. And that's okay. I mean, you got to put it out there to see what people think and learn how to improve it. But you're right. It's not ready for the majority of people, I would say.
And I hope Stadia, I don't know if it's ready yet because of the crappy internet that
Yeah, I feel like it can't be ready until that's there because I don't see another purpose that it has besides gaming on the move, like true gaming on the move, like not 3DS, not mobile bullshit, but actual gaming on the move.
Well,
See, what my
Matt's
fear is
here
there-
with the Stadia, and he can.
Oh, what's up,
kind of
Matt?
give
Yeah.
us.
My
Go
my
ahead.
fear there though is like a lot of companies are doing VR. Not many companies are doing what Google's doing with a like complete hardware less cloud streaming system. So I don't want it to go away. I don't want them to fail and then everyone's like, oh, don't do that. That failed. That's a failed project. It's like, no, don't try it. Please try
Right.
it.
We need people
But,
to try things. Like,
yeah.
if no one tried things, we wouldn't have great things like Breath of the Wild. Trying new things, you know.
Right,
But
right. Well, I mean, I hope someone comes out like like with the Google Glass and stuff like that. No one's really kind of approached anything like that again after it fails. That's what my fear is. I'm like, I don't want it to go away. I want people to keep trying to innovate. It
right,
might,
yeah,
it might not
100%.
be suited for me, but someone is gonna take up that market, right? Hopefully,
right, yeah, hopefully.
Maybe
Dude,
Disney too.
roller coaster tycoon in VR. That'd be dope.
That would be cool. So like like if somebody gave me VR, I'd be happy. But like I probably wouldn't buy it myself unless it was like on sale for Black Friday or something.
Right.
And then with Stadia, like so Stadia is great for Matt. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Stadia is great for specific types of people, like maybe like I like that gaming is kind of getting more and more oriented toward being on the go, but at the same time it worries me in terms of
you're gonna get fired. I'm gonna be.
but like I don't know, like one of the reasons why like I liked the Switch is because of how Nintendo both marketed it and how Nintendo actually showed how they learned from their previous incarnations and built up to the Switch. So like the Switch kind of pulled from like every system they've ever had and every type of system that they've had to really like combine it all into something really unique and different.
I agree.
And I thought that was really an interesting thing to see the journey and actually be able to connect, like the Wii motion controls being in the Joy-Cons and like the portability of the 3DS and like all that stuff all together. The screen from the Wii U, it just all like came together, and
it's like this is what they were wanting to begin with, and they were just making strides towards it.
right. And they learned from a lot of things too to try and help improve that. And yeah, that's a good point, Matt. Like Nintendo has 50 years of successes, and I'm not actually comparing the Switch to the Stadia. I just kind of I thought of it because of handheld gaming. Yeah, like Google is trying to be a competitor, I guess, in the gaming field, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do and if they're going to be able to like break out their niche with all these big sharks in the water who like have a lot of the same games that they have. Are they going to start making their own games for the Stadia so that like it becomes even more unique and desirable? Like, it'd be really interesting to see. Hey, I have a Wii U. So does Trell. So does Kirby.
That's 4. Okay, now there's only one more person in the world that has a Wii U. So
I think everyone. I feel like everyone just got rid of their Wii U's as soon as the Switch came out. Which is
I didn't get rid of it. It's down in our living room now.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't get rid of it. I have a Wii and a Wii U. I keep the Wii around.
I have
because
the
you can
Wii
actually
as well.
play GameCube on it.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
Right.
if it's backwards compatible, I'm not gonna get rid of it. Though I do have a
Right.
GameCube too, but. What was it?
So yeah,
Yeah.
we were
See
talking
where-
about VR. What else we got?
I don't know. I was gonna start bitching about microtransactions, but if you guys want to talk about
Oh,
something
let's
else
keep
first.
away from that for a second.
Okay, that's why
so-
I asked.
Yeah, Matt. Like, I feel like a lot of consoles at launch, they don't have the games that they need. I felt when Xbox 360 came out, or when the Wii U came out, or when the Switch came out, or maybe even when the Xbox One, I don't know because I didn't get it, came out. Like, it didn't have the amount of games that I needed to have in order to justify the console. So I waited like a year and a half until I even considered buying it because there would be a lot more games for it. And
Right.
like companies don't want that. They want you to buy it when it's launching so that they have good numbers and like so they can show that to people. And,
Yeah.
And like if they're gonna invest, like it's hard though. I understand it's hard because like, you know, for example, when the Switch was coming out, like they started orienting all the gaming companies toward the Switch and like giving them the things that they needed, the specs, so that they could design the games around those. But like they also couldn't release too much without like people knowing too much about the system. So like, yeah, I do agree with that, Tikal. I think it is a shame that companies don't try as much innovation as Nintendo does. I think Nintendo takes some jumps and risks and sometimes fails and sometimes succeeds, but people like them more because of that.
I mean, I don't really care about their innovation. I like Nintendo just because they're good about consistently putting out good, at least first party games.
So yeah, Kirby's kind of an odd duck in that way.
I am.
He's just like, give me more Kirby games, man.
Kirby games aren't even that good, to be completely honest. But I do appreciate them. I just like that they put out games that are at least first party games that are consistently good. Like I'd say I normally rate them 7.5 or higher, and always polished with very few bugs compared to other companies. You can just trust them, and that's why I like them for now.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Is he okay?
Yeah,
I like
fine.
Nintendo just because it has for quality. Like Microsoft is the worst console
Yes!
product I've ever bought, and I wish I would have stayed with PlayStation this entire time and never even got into Microsoft, to be honest.
And they have shitty exclusives. That's not the point of this, but I gotta throw it out there.
yeah, they're exclusives. But
Yeah.
Nintendo like has been top tier. I've never had any. The only problem I've ever had was the Joy-Con drift, and then I know that there was like some issue of them wanting to own up to that, but they did the right thing eventually. And like I sent mine in, they fixed it up free of charge, sent it back, works like a charm. Nintendo's still A+, right?
Yep.
PlayStation, I've never really had too many problems with PlayStation. But like the PS4. PlayStation 1 and 2, perfect. PlayStation 4 was a little bit temperamental with the Wi-Fi, but I upgraded that with a patch when I wired it in, and then it was perfect after that. But I don't know. I like you said, I can trust Nintendo just because I feel like they got a good brand behind them and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
their
that's
their
my thing.
innovations, when they come out with something innovative, I'm more apt to like try it because they've built a house of trust, right?
Yeah, and they've been around for a very long time, so
Right.
longer than the rest of them.
Who's dying to play Tomb Raider and Farming Simulator right now? That's sweet. You gotta grow those beats, man.
Dude, I gotta get those beats, bro.
Oh man.
That's very true.
So we've talked about microtransactions in the past and how much we hate them, and we know
Oh,
that that's the general consensus. But like, what new stuff has like? I think we talked about microtransactions actually almost a
We
year
have.
ago.
I don't remember when, but
It was like a year ago.
my problem is that it seems like before, like microtransactions are just like when games don't have microtransactions now, like Jedi Souls Fallen Order, like it's like a shock. It shouldn't be like that. It should be a shock when they have them. They shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
That's I completely agree with.
We have to be like, oh wow, EA is so cool for not putting out microtransactions. That's like saying like, oh wow, Kirby's so cool he didn't go kill someone. Nice job, dude. You did it. That's fucking stupid. You should already just not be doing that.
Should I be worried?
No, but
Kirby's insane. We all know this.
it's just annoying. You just shouldn't be doing that in the first place. You shouldn't get. I mean, on one hand, you should buy that game because it's apparently good, and we want to be like, look, this is what we want you to do, EA. But like, we shouldn't be applauding them for doing what they should have been doing this whole time. I don't know. And it's becoming more like that for other game companies too. Now it's like if a game company consistently doesn't put out microtransactions, they're like the best. And that should not be the only requirement for being a good game dev is not doing shitty gaming practices.
That's true. I think, but like, there's an etiquette that's been broken now that it's hard to go back to. And you know, I think that etiquette started with being broken with like popcorn games, is what I like to call them. Like games on like Facebook, like Farmville, and like Candy Crush on the mobile console, or like on your
Fucking Candy
phones.
Crush.
Like, you know, there's microtransactions that make those games exist, and like companies
You know, if
saw
the game is
that.
completely free, then maybe microtransactions are okay.
Okay, so let me take that opinion and raise you Mario Kart for.
Yeah, it's shitty. It shouldn't have microtransactions. Wait, is it free? Actually, I don't know anything about micro. Wait.
I'm talking about
like,
Mario Kart
oh,
on the
you
cell
think-
phone.
Oh yeah, because you have to pay for it, and there's microtransactions, right?
No, it was free.
It's free.
Oh, it was free. I thought you had to pay for something. Never mind. That's fine then. Then sure, have microtransactions. I don't give a shit. If your game's free, then you have to make money somehow. You put work into it. But that's the only way they should exist. If your game costs any amount of money, there shouldn't be microtransactions.
I have not hit the paywall in Mario Kart on the phone. Like I guess I don't understand why a lot of people were griping about it. I mean I see it a lot. They do have a lot of like advertisements for it. It spams everywhere, but I've never had to hit it yet.
Okay,
So
yeah.
like I think it locks you out of like being able to do as many things per day, right? Like if
You do get a cap per day.
Yeah,
And I think that's
that's-
not completely a new concept. Like it's the same thing as like, you know, you have to a cooldown cycle type thing,
right.
Mm-hmm.
which is in a lot of games, especially like when it's like, you know, like build roller coaster tycoon on your phone or whatever, you know, you gotta like, I'm gonna build this roller coaster, and then you have to wait for it to finish building. You're like,
That started off with Farmville, with growing your crops and then reaping them within a certain amount of time, or they died.
I mean, again,
Go ahead.
they just died. The game's free. You have to make money somehow. But at the same time, then I don't know. I guess that's all I had to say. If the game's free, fine. If it costs any amount of money, even $1, have them. Just charge more for your game and stop being a bitch.
I think my biggest worry this day and age right now with video gaming is that things are going to be going more and more toward streaming service video game type things instead of like single released stuff. Because
yeah,
and the reason why I say that is because of what the route of like different companies are doing for like their accessible content. So for example, Disney Plus just came out. We've got Netflix, Hulu, HBO. The NBC just came out with their own thing called the Peacock. Like it's starting to get out of hand. Like things are people are kind of dividing it into the 50 states instead of, you know, a whole country. You know what I mean? And
I'm glad you brought this up because I've actually wanted to ask the question, like with Google, do you think they're late to the game with this with Stadia? Like there's already 1 million subscription services. I already got money committed to like however many you got, like Netflix, Hulu,
Well,
and that's just TV. if you're doing Xbox and PlayStation on even just the Xbox Live, but then now you got the Xbox Live Plus or whatever it's called to go for the subscription services. It's just fucking crazy. There's too many stuff. I
Right.
feel like they're late to the game, and it
I-
might be like
I
it
don't
might
know if
hurt
they're
me.
late to the game. I think they are recognizing that there is game and they can bring it. They just need to now, have good players. You know what I mean? Like right now, they
Yeah.
only have like half a team, and they need to fill out their roster. So, right, yeah. So what Matt's saying is like they're trying to be the more attractive service. So rather than doing one of those services that you listed, you're going to that. That's what Disney Plus is doing, for instance. They're like saying, "Yo, we have all that stuff from Netflix that you don't have anymore. So why don't you come to us instead? We got a lot of stuff. 30 we got
Right.
30
But then you
years
get
worth of
that-
Disney stuff right now. Come on over."
Maybe, but then like Hulu, Prime, Netflix, they're all doing like what PlayStation has been freaking amazing at, and everyone's coming out with exclusives. So you got
Right,
Netflix original,
exclusives.
Hulu
That's
original,
the-
and it's
that's
just like, damn
That's what
it.
I'm talking about. Like exclusives are what will drive the game. So like if
I
Google
think so.
if Google makes exclusives, they're gonna be a competitor. Like that's all they need. Right now,
Microsoft better watch out, man.
right. Now Microsoft, like what their model is they're different. They're like, okay, we acknowledge that like you guys want exclusives, but like we are happy whether you're buying a product as in our computers or if you're buying our consoles. Like they're both the same thing to us. And we're happy if you buy
got Halo, we got that Gears. It's like, no, that ain't enough.
and like they've even opened Gears up. You can buy Gears and Halo on Steam now. So like it's good. I'm never gonna
They're
buy
done.
another
Yeah.
Xbox console, but like
Right.
that's okay. Like because they're still gonna make money off of me by buying their games, by buying their parts and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think if anybody can do that, it's Windows. Like, I don't think Nintendo could do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is why Nintendo it runs on exclusives. Like that's their bread and butter.
Oh yeah, they got their franchises that everyone knows and loves, and they'll never let them go.
I do wish they'd make more new IPs like Pikmin and stuff. Pikmin was fun, so I do want them to eventually do things that aren't Mario, Zelda, Kirby, Donkey Kong. Even bring out some old shit like Metroid. But yeah,
Metroid,
Yeah,
I'm still
I would like
waiting
some
on.
new IP.
yeah. Well, I guess they are making Metroid Prime 4. They're just being slow. But if it comes out good, I can't really complain about
Yo,
that.
man,
so
I cannot wait for that game.
it's gonna be fun. Off topic, I just had to say that real quick. I like Nintendo.
I mean, I like Nintendo a lot. I've always liked Nintendo, but like, there's a lot I don't like about Nintendo too.
Mhm.
But yeah, ultimately speaking, yeah, I do worry about subscriptions-based stuff, and that the game companies are gonna be like, wow, look at all this stuff that these people are doing and being really lucrative on. I wonder if we can monetize on that or turn to that a little bit better, especially Nintendo because of their exclusiveness. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I guess we'll see. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't see how they could completely go over to that, but I do see kind of the whispers of it with all these the subscription based services already starting.
Yeah.
Like Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, and PlayStation Game Pass or whatever it's called.
PS
So,
yeah, PS Now or something. I don't
PS
even know, but
yeah.
yes, I know what you're talking
PS
about.
Play, right? PS Play.
Something like that. PS something.
PS I love you. You
PS
know.
PS.
So I mean, what do you guys think that there's any other holes out there? Do you guys have what holes do you think are out there for the gaming industry?
Honestly, I don't really know. I'm not very good about innovative shit like that. Let me think about that question for a second, though. But I don't have an immediate answer.
What about what Diablo did, Diablo 3, with that online marketplace that you can make money playing the game? Do you think that there's some value in exploring that again?
Um,
I mean, that kind of builds into like
I never really
streaming-
met. Yeah, go ahead.
streaming, having a community, making money. I mean, that's all based, but like actually working and getting money
in a game.
in the
Yeah.
game, real hard cash. I mean, that it failed for Diablo, but do you think that do you think any other company is going to try to pick up that mantle and carry that torch?
I mean,
What is it really? Yeah, I don't.
you kind of inspired me for a different topic, but is kind of along the same vein as like, I mean, esports, is there's a lot of people who are professional players. Like, for example, we've got, the Fortnite competitions, we've got and just this is just to name a few. This is by no means like an exhaustive list, but like Fortnite and Overwatch are like the two big ones that I know of. I know there's also CS:GO, right?
Yeah.
People who are professionals, not just on Twitch, but like that play professionally at like events and like win big bucks from it.
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
like,
and,
freaking
people like that
Philadelphia is
trade up.
making the first Overwatch stadium in the U.S. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Wait, are you serious?
yeah, we're
I
making
know that. It's kinda cool.
a stadium for Overwatch, and they're gonna do other like gaming events there too. But like,
That's pretty cool, actually.
yeah, it's interesting. So Philadelphia Fusion's gonna have a home stadium, I guess. It's weird, like, to think that that's like an actual thing, and I'm sure like it'll be repurposed once Overwatch is no longer a thing. Or
No,
Sure.
there's Overwatch 2 and then 3 and then 4 will come out. It'll live forever.
but
Overwatch,
Overwatch 2
oh.
isn't like isn't the same thing as Overwatch. I mean, it is, but like it's got more. So
Interesting.
excuse me. So yeah, like
yeah,
it-
I guess like with professional gamers, there's always been like that kind of way to make money like that. But I guess I was more thinking like with Diablo 3, it was more like the average man, because not all of us are professional gamers.
The average. I mean, not all of us can be as good as me. I know.
The average guy. I put the time in, I worked, and I got all that money. Or I farmed up all this stuff, and now I can go sell it. I mean, there's a lot of MMOs that do that, but it's in-game currency, and then I guess that can translate to
Like,
out-of-game
people buy
currency and
their
like the
accounts
black
and stuff.
market stuff.
right, that too.
Yeah.
Like, for example, WoW kind of started that whole thing. People
Mhm.
like selling, like grinding out accounts and like selling them to people for like hundreds of or thousands of dollars,
Right.
or specific items that they ground out. So Doom has asked thoughts on gaming food. So like, what do you mean, like Tostitos pizza rolls, or like like food that's like specifically marketed toward gamers?
Oh, I'll show you. Hold on. Let me pull some up here.
Oh,
What
boy.
isn't it? Didn't
like Gamer Fuel?
Gamer Fuel from Mountain Dew.
Well, no, like the Gamer Fuel's a whole new thing now, isn't it? It used to be like they'd come out with a Gamer Fuel every so often. That was like this red beverage.
I thought they had like those one cans that.
Is there an
it was,
energy drink called G
thing that, like-
Fuel now? Is that Mountain Dew? I thought that was just yeah, G Fuel.
Game Fuel, Mountain Dew Game Fuel. Yeah, it's basically Mountain Dew Amp. It's got like those weird tops to them that looks like you're
yeah.
opening like a canister of like liquid nitrogen that you're about to chug or something.
Yeah, you got to make it look really cool for the gamers. Cool gamer things. Where's this goddamn picture?
I sleep in gamer bed and brush my teeth with gamer brush. I drive my gamer car and use G Fuel to run it.
Here we go.
His bed is a giant Batmobile. That's his gamer vehicle.
Check the
So-
Discord real quick. That
I
was from SGDQ.
Why
It's
don't you send it to
exclusive
me?
speedrunner favorites. Oh, it's in every
What?
exclusive. You can get barbecue pulled pork or chicken sandwich, egg rolls, exclusive for the speedrunners. And then they even cut off menu because they can't format shit. properly.
so wait a minute. Does that mean like people who weren't speedrunning couldn't buy these things?
No, literally anyone could get it. And these things were already on the menu. They just decided to say it was exclusive speedrunner favorites.
Yeah,
And
it's just
They were in
It was
high
already on
demand.
speedrunner egg rolls, speedrunner chicken
You
sandwich,
gotta eat these bitches.
speedrunner chicken
fast.
tenders.
Yes.
Just calling it speedrunner food. That's funny.
I mean, like they do like market things toward gamers, even if it's not really a gamer item. Like
I know.
like
They'll
G
market for no
Fuel.
reason because you can make money off of it.
Right.
I guess
I
it's not
mean,
for no reason.
gamer chairs, for instance. Like, I mean, they're just office chairs, right? Like,
No, they're game. They make me play better. That's why I'm sitting in one. I'm so good at games now.
Actually, have you ever seen some of those commercials? How they like market them towards like the people in the regular office lifestyle? They're like, it's ergonomically friendly. Get more productivity out of your workers. It's like, what?
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, like, I don't particularly mind that, like, but at the same time, like, I don't appreciate if it's like false advertising, like,
Right, for sure.
like, I don't mind like G Fuel being a thing, and like a lot of gamers use it because it's an energy drink. But like, all I care about is, does it taste good? Will it energize me?
Does it make me a gamer?
No, I don't care about that because I'm already a gamer. I don't need a badge telling me I'm a gamer. Like, I gotta.
You
If I have a
might.
video game and a console, I'm a gamer, right?
Man. I mean, it's the same old song and dance has been done for a long time now. You know, like I mean, that's how marketing works, and they
Yeah.
try to make it put a label onto things. I mean, like, isn't that how cigarettes became so cool? Even though they're like terrible for you, they smell bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
look how
cigarettes
you
were
feel
originally
awesome,
sold to
though.
make you, like, they were like medicinal, like they soothe your stomach and stuff like that. Like, people
They
would
make
tell
it
you.
cool.
I mean,
Well,
when I
yeah,
used to
that
smoke-
too.
When I used to smoke, it helped me take a poop, I guess. But
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, like, but like, you watch like older films, like they'll say like, here's this alcohol, or here's the to like you know, make you feel a little bit less of that pain. Like, it was medicinal, or like cigarettes, like, smoke this so that you don't have a stomach ache, you know, things like that. Like, whether it was exactly true or not, or what the harmful effects were, like, that's a whole other thing. But you know what I mean. Like, it's interesting how things change over time, for sure.
right.
Kirby posted the link. Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot that I never. Yeah, so everyone else can see the exclusive games.
I made it pop up on our like our thingy thing, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm actually gonna buy some gamer like body wash. I gotta smell like a gamer.
Right.
What does a gamer smell like?
I mean,
You-
most gamers.
Have you ever been to a Smash Bros tournament?
Oh,
I have, and it's prevalent that they do not use that gamer body wash for sure.
No, that is the gamer body wash.
Oh, I see.
They're actually they add in rule. They're adding in rules at fighting tournaments and games on quick events that says you have
Right.
to shower. If you smell bad, they can kick you out, and that's the funniest thing to me.
I
you
used-
have to tell them that.
I used to work for a
Wow.
convention called Otakon, and that was a requirement. We could kick you out.
Why? That shouldn't have to be. That should just be like you're a human. It's a requirement.
That's been like in
Don't-
place for years at conventions. It's just
Oh,
more
man.
conventions are realizing, oh wait, that's
Yeah.
a thing. I mean, like, people are wearing these huge costumes, these like all kinds of things. Like, you know, if they don't take care of themselves and like human beings, like, yeah. And I mean, like, it's an interesting thing to have to call out people on, but
Yeah, it is.
you know,
that's nasty.
yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, that's a little off topic for today.
You know what I would like to see come from like the future of gaming? I would like to
Yeah.
see more cross-platform like
But
gaming.
okay, yeah. Wait. So like if you're on Xbox, I can play with you on PC or something. Is that right?
Yes. They
Yes.
have the capability.
It's doable. Why?
Because it's just they don't want like I have a PlayStation, you have an Xbox, we're gonna compete and see what the better console is, who has the edge kind of thing. No one wants to cross that boundaries. Fucking cross it, because I want to be able to play with other people on other consoles.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like
It's no
Honestly,
different than being
think
able to
about
play
this.
on two PCs that you can just nowadays we're
Yes.
just we both have the game, load it up, we're both and we can play on the server.
it should
whatever.
increase sales too, right? Like let's say you have Dark Souls 4 and I want to party up, right? And you have it on Xbox and I have a PS4, but if I want to play with you, I'm not going to buy an Xbox. But if I can just buy the game on PS4 and play with you, then I would buy the game.
That's
but I'm
where
not
I
going to
want
buy a whole new
gaming.
console for it.
I want gaming to go that direction.
But
Yeah,
but
that's a
see,
really good
here's
point.
the
I'd be on
thing:
board.
the company that made the game is going to make the money, not the console owner, right?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. You're right. Still,
Do you think I'm not. I
I'll
haven't
put it this way,
researched this, so
Trell.
I'm
I'll
going-
put it this way. If they do that, they're gonna put more microtransactions into games. So I kind of want to stay away from that
What makes you think that?
because they got to make their money somewhere.
How would it like?
You
but
know what I
they're
mean?
gonna-
Because if
They're still
people
selling a
aren't buying
copy
the
of the game,
consoles,
though, right?
yeah, but that's
we're talking about the console makers, right? Like Sony. Like, so in my scenario, Xbox, Microsoft would have lost the sale because I'm not going to buy an Xbox to play Dark Souls 4 with you, but I would buy Dark Souls 4 on Sony if I could play with you in that case.
So how much influence do you guys think the gaming console makers have on the actual gaming creators? The
Yeah,
content creators?
it depends on the, like, for example, Nintendo I think has a lot more control, but with the other creators, like, it would be a matter of like, so for example, if I buy a game from Nintendo, or like if I buy a DLC off of Nintendo, does
Right.
Nintendo get the money, or does the company that made the game make the money? You know, that's the question.
Right, and I've not researched any of this, so I'm going into this pretty ignorant. But like, I just know that it'd be
ads
as
in
they-
games. The games will continue after the short 3 minutes ad. 3. Yeah, fuck that shit. Ah.
I just know from a consumer standpoint, that is a need that I want filled.
Okay. I mean, I
Yeah, I
guess
agree
we
with
can
that.
conclude this conversation by saying what needs haven't been filled yet in gaming that companies need to fill, and that's one of them. Okay. So what other things do we have?
I mean, yeah, okay, let me think. What am I mad about when I play games?
That you suck at them.
Dude,
You're not as
okay.
good as the Trellster.
go after this, go into that boss room. Let me just see it. Just peep in there. You go in there later today. Let's see what's going on in there.
You know, like I think that's one thing that Stadia actually we missed this part of. I think I read this, but like you have save state in Stadia. So if I'm playing Bloodborne right now, say Bloodborne was available on Stadia. let's
Yep.
just go. I'm here right now. I upload this save state to the cloud. Anyone
Yep.
else that's like follows me or whatever, they can be like, they can pick up that version of their save state and they can go in there. And all three of us right now could go and be like, who can take on this boss right the fuck now? And
Yeah.
how dope is that?
That would actually be pretty sweet.
Right? I
Ooh.
think that's a big selling point of Stadia that they have not actually highlighted enough. Maybe they have. I haven't really paid attention then, but I think that that's pretty sweet.
That is actually really cool.
Especially with Souls-like games. Oh my god, dude. If Elden Ring isn't on Stadia, Google fucked up.
Yeah, I do wonder where that's like how Stadia is going to determine how they pick up their games. Like I know they're getting Doom Eternal eventually. I don't really know what else they're going to besides that though. So
Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to see where
here's
they
the thing,
go.
though, right? Like it's all on PCs for Stadia, right? So like, why aren't they just picking up every PC game? Like, why don't the devs want? I mean, I guess they have the money to pay for the games, obviously. So why aren't they just paying to put the games on their PCs? The games are already made to PC. You don't have to port to it, to my
Right.
knowledge. But so I don't know.
Huh.
But what is gaming missing? Wombat, what do you think? I don't know if you're thinking still, but I haven't heard anything from you on that yet.
I'm ready to see what the next thing is going to be. Like gaming has continued to be innovative and
Right.
and surprising. Like 10 years ago it was completely different. What's going to be in the next 10 years?
For me personally, like I don't know about from a hardware, but from a software standpoint in games, I don't really know if graphics need to get too much better.
Like-
And I'm more interested in better
Right.
physics engines,
Right.
like particle effects, smoke, lighting. They're working on lighting now with the RTX cards. So
No, I think what they'll do is that they're going to come out with upgrades for our eyes so that they can continue making graphics even better. Because like,
Yeah.
you know,
our eyes, grant us eyes.
one thing I will say is like I think technology is getting to the point where like we're able to do more in games. Like there's more Grant's eyes. Jesus, still. So like for example, like Breath of the Wild, how big it is and how much stuff was in there, like there's a lot I have about Breath of the Wild, both positive and negative, but like it was the biggest exploration game. Like it's bigger than Skyrim, you know, like but like once upon a time like games were not able to have that much content in them. So like as technology gets better, games will be able to have better graphics, run better, and have more content in them. So
Yeah.
I'm curious how far that will be pushed to the limit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the more content you have in a game, the more time it takes to develop that game. So I guess eventually they're going to need to come up with a physics engine or something like that where like they don't have as much need to for the time to develop it and can focus on the actual like gameplay and
Yes.
material instead.
Right.
Or I don't know, like how are they going to make that better or whatnot? Because if they do it that way, then like a lot of games will start feeling similar too, and I don't know if that's a good thing either.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can only get so better with graphics before it's like, you know, you don't
Well, the human eye has limitations,
Right.
right? Like how
Like-
good can you see?
like they talk about how
The
the,
best,
4K
everything.
TV is like the best a human eye can see. Like it can't get any better than the 4K TV.
Right.
Until,
I mean, like
until next year when they come out with 5K and they're like, no, we were lying.
they're already making
This is
8K
better."
TVs. They're already making 8K.
Oh, that's true. I've read that. That's true.
Yeah, we're already past. We already jumped 5, 6, 7. No, it's 8K TVs, boys.
That come with 2 terabytes and 2 TBs. For those of you who
It's
don't
just-
get it, that's something that Xbox marketed for their Xbox One, right?
Well, this is
Yeah.
yeah, a solid state and a SSD.
Right,
You
right.
get them both. That's why the Scarlet's gonna be so good.
Solid state drive and an SSD. Oh
That's
man.
sweet. That was
You
just
can't
some.
even compete with that.
That was just some marketing guy not knowing. He's like, oh, buzzwords. Let me just throw those out there for you.
Yeah, right. Oh, let me get these buzzwords. Oh, then I got solid state, SSD. I don't even know.
They
This-
got RAM. They got memory. It's got it all.
RAM and memory.
This TV has all the K's. It's got carrot. It's got clarity. It's got oh wait.
Oh my God.
Ah, Matt, thank you. I was just about to bring. I was gonna do it as a joke, but like I was gonna say like where we go next. I was like, what about something like The Matrix? Like we just plug in and it's fucking real life. And he just
I
said
don't want to get shot.
he said Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
That like I don't know because that could go good, but like there's always like all these like movies out there, whatever we have nowadays that are fictional, but it's like of the how bad it could go. But how good could it also be if you like get put into a virtual reality world? I mean, that would be the next step of VR, right? Rather than because VR now, isn't it mostly just stationary games where you're standing still and you're waving around and you can see things?
Some games, like there's one game called I don't know, some archer game, and you can either it's kind of neat. You can move with an analog stick like normal, or you get like this like crystal that you throw in VR, and wherever it lands, you move to. So you can move around. The goal is to like make it through this randomly generated world and shoot zombies, and then fight the boss at the end.
But what about just like actually being like your brain being put into like
Oh,
some
yeah.
sort of
Completely
room,
different. Would that
and
be
it
cool?
feels like you're moving around. It feels like you're just doing everything.
That would be awesome, but I'm afraid of getting hit. What are they gonna make? Like, if I get hit with a sword or a bullet, is it gonna feel like just like a thump? Like someone's gonna like hit my chest? Or,
That's
like
some
how's
like
that gonna feel?
Black Mirror stuff right there.
Yeah, and what
Yeah.
if I can't get out? Fuck that.
I don't know.
What if I got stuck in Dark Souls 2? Oh my God.
What if a mimic gets you in the game? You die for
Let's
real.
put it
That's what I'm
this way.
saying.
Like I don't know how far I want to get into virtual reality. Like and like there's a lot of dangers and like people are addicted to video games already. Like to make people addicted to a whole nother world, that would be I don't even
Yeah.
know. I didn't even know, man. Like that's
Right? Like,
Isn't it weird though? Like even when I was a kid, like that concept was like completely like out of the Twilight Zone. It was completely fictional.
Right.
But now we're on the precipice of like that being a possibility. It's like that's scary and exciting.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of like Ready Player One type stuff almost.
Yeah.
Great book. The movie wasn't as fun, but yes.
Oh, the movie was dope.
Have you read the book? I'm gonna be
No.
one of those dudes.
The
I've
book-
read
the
like
book's-
3
the
books
book's
in my
better.
entire life. Yes, and now I can finally be that guy. But it is. It doesn't. The movie isn't even like the book. They changed so much.
It is. It
It
is
was
lot
still a good
different.
movie.
It was.
It was.
If you leave it as its own, it was fun. But like,
It was fun. I agree. Let's just never mind. I don't even want to get into that. That's a later thing. I'm not even gonna start with
That's
that.
another podcast topic. Ready Player
Yeah.
One. Kirby,
I,
go.
I watched it on my flight to Germany, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so exciting!" And then from the first 10 minutes, I'm like, "This is not what happened in the book." And then I was just mad the whole time. My whole flight.
You're like Kayla when they keep talking about Harry Potter's eyes, and she's like, "It's not the same eyes. It's not. Nope, that's not. Daniel Radcliffe has the wrong eyes."
I've read like 3 books in my entire life, and now I'm just gonna be that guy because I can. So
Oh my gosh.
anyway, what were even? Someone was talking to me about the movie Big recently, Matt. Never seen it, but
I actually haven't seen it either. Oh wait, yes I have. Yes I have.
who
Never
was
mind.
talking to me about this shit? Anyway, yes.
So Matt touches on a subject that's really fun to talk about, and it's like how technology has been inspired by fiction. So, for example, Star Trek inspired cell phones, or like
Oh, really?
So flip phones was inspired by the Star Trek communicators, where they flip them open and stuff like that.
What about teleportation? Where's that at? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, that way we don't have to. So, I don't know if teleportation will ever be a thing. Mainly because I think companies might like try and destroy any like progress on that, so like that they don't invalidate cars or like planes or kinds of things
Yeah.
like that. But I mean that's to say the same thing about like medical companies like who might like keep cures for things so that they can sell their medicine. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I think eventually it will come out when someone is able to make it into a profitable thing.
Right.
But until then, yeah, they're gonna lock it behind whatever.
I mean, like diamonds, it's a false value. Like there's so many diamonds in the world, but like they put them in vaults so that like there's only a limited amount out there. It's the same type of
Right.
thing. So yeah, who knows? But eventually somebody will probably come up with something that'll amaze us and reinvigorate the entirety of what we know. And until then, we're
Yeah.
just here for the ride,
Right.
Yeah.
Or the world's gonna end before that happens.
Yeah,
So we'll
let's
see.
go.
I mean, like I meant to leave this on a positive note, but I kind of screwed that up.
World-ending bullshit.
What about emulators as a service? Do you think like all the different like emulators that are out there that you could probably just have that like because those can also be kind of a little sketchy too because sometimes you're
They can
downloading like
be.
these ROMs and
Yeah.
Emulators are kind of a neat idea. I've never gotten into. One of the neat things is like these things like the Zelda randomizers and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But like, I've never even I don't really download emulators onto my computer, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
For me, one of the coolest about emulators is
I don't have a
it
lot of
preserves
knowledge.
games.
It does,
Right.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of knowledge on it. Like I'm not like technically savvy, so like I've avoided doing it. Nobody's ever taught me. So anybody out there wants to teach me, I'll go at it. But like I already have enough
I mean,
games.
do you want me to? It's really easy.
Yeah, why not? Someday.
If you really want, if there's a game you really want to play.
But like, and by emulations, I mean like I'm talking about like I don't mean like actual games that are out there that I could pay for because I don't. First of all, I want to make sure that I'm not doing anything illegal. But second of all, I want to make sure that I'm not taken away from like I'm
Oh,
not
yeah, of
breaking
course.
Twitch code of conduct and stuff like that. But ultimately speaking, like I'm interested in the games, like fan made games and things like that. Like
Yep.
like I don't know, like Just Cook's what is it called? In something.
Invictus,
Invictus, yeah.
whatever.
Like,
Yeah.
the ROM hacks and stuff like that. That's what I'm interested in.
That'd be dope. Yeah. Dude, I can see. I'm surprised you haven't touched anything like Lunar Magic or anything like that yet.
Yeah, I mean, I want to make a game, but like I want to make it right. So I don't know if a ROM hack's the way I want to go.
Right.
I think technology, if it gets better, and like the way I was talking about in terms of making games, it'll be easier for people to make games and things like that too, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already like it's easier to make games than it ever was in the past, but like it's still tough.
Right. I've played around with the Unity engine. I actually need to go back into doing that. That was kind of fun. Just like you said, like when you got like some physics engines out there that you can just kind of plug into and just go with. You don't really have to do all the math behind all that because that takes
Right.
a lot of work. But you can just kind of plug into it and you can kind of just work on building the game content rather than laying the groundwork
Yup.
out, right? That's something I need to that'll be my New Year's resolution. Make a game.
Well,
What would, yeah.
You got an artist, so
There
and
you go.
I've got a whole bunch of ideas. So
We got our QA guy. We'd be like, "Is this boss cool?"
It's shitty. It's shitty.
yeah, Trell, you can be my coder. I'll be the artist, and Kirby can be our tester. I mean, we got a
This is the
team.
worst game I've ever played. Not really.
It's gonna be nothing but like pinwheel bosses the entire game.
I mean, in Trell, how awesome would it be to make a game that trolled Kirby? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my
like,
god.
like how Dark Souls trolls us. It would be so fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Don't do it to me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a game that like it's got to be harder than Dark Souls. So it's just gonna like how the spawn's been happening in the one part of Bloodborne. It's just gonna
Yeah.
spawn. Bosses are just gonna spawn on you.
They're just, dude, don't. I already have enough boss spawns.
You'll be in the middle of like trying to like talk to the doll and get a level up, and all of a sudden it's gonna be like, you're like, oh shit!
All of a sudden,
You're
the,
like,
the doll
"No."
sprouts 6 other arms and like a long neck and like a tail.
Oh my
and
god.
goes all
It's
ham on
gonna
him.
be
Come-
good.
Come
Good.
closer to level up. And then
Don't
it
do
just
it to
embraces you and like kills the heck out of you. Yeah, great.
Oh my god, please.
Look at that. We got Matt. Matt's gonna join in too. Matt can be another dev.
That's awesome. I mean,
So
we
what,
could
I
do
just
it.
get shat on?
No, you're a tester, man.
Yeah,
No,
you're-
he was gonna troll me, and bosses are gonna keep spawning.
No,
Yep.
troll in the right ways, like to make a good game, like, you know.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, I bet. I bet you do.
We're not gonna waste our time making a crappy game for you to test. We're gonna make a good one that is also like troll it. You know what I mean? That's all.
Sure. Yeah, I got you.
We're gonna make like a Kirby game. We're gonna make another game. It's just yeah. But don't tell Kirby.
Don't tell him.
Don't tell him.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Where you kill the first boss and then you free the demon soul that transforms a random trash mob into a new boss mob. Oh my god. So yeah, like we'll have to talk and stuff because like I've always wanted to make a game, and like I think the first thing I want to make is like a side scroller type thing just to get our feet wet and then go from there. But we'll see.
Right. That's a good starting game, you know?
Mhm.
But yeah. So in the meantime, I think we're gonna end it here, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. That was good.
Yeah, no.
And Charles gonna start his stream back up real quick and take care of some business, so it's good. He said he
So,
would. So
What I'll say, guys, is in 2 weeks we'll probably be back again, right? 2 weeks is the 15th.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So we'll be here 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, ish. We usually start a little bit after 8, but be ready at 8.
Because we chat too much.
Or
Be ready. Be
Trell
ready
is
for
rolling
us
up on
not
a
to be
game.
there, please.
7 a.m. for the Central God tier time.
Oh
And
yeah, the
then-
guy who no.
GTT, haha, General Mountain Time, GMT. Is it? What are you Central or are you?
He's central.
Oh,
Central.
He's
Okay.
like on the border though. He's so close.
Yeah, but he can't say God. Like, there's no G in your abbreviation. So anyway,
Central God here, CGT.
yeah, happy Christmas month, guys. So we'll be back. I think, you know what? I think the 15th, we might talk about our year, like our year in gaming, and
Oh, we're
talk
doing
about-
it then?
Review. Oh, that'd be good.
I
I
have
can't.
2 weeks to pick every. Okay, all right.
I gotta get all the games together that I play. I played a lot of games this year.
Yeah,
why
we-
can't wait? Why the 15th? Why not on the what's 2 weeks after that? The 29th.
the 29th. You really want to
I
do
mean-
it in the middle of Christmas and New Year's?
I need another. I'll have cats at my apartment then. I need another month.
Okay, all right. We'll
Or
push it
another
back to the
2
29th.
We'll see. We'll see. I guess it depends on how fast I am. but
Usually
there's
our
some games I'm
last stream
close
of the
to.
year is what we're looking forward to in the next year. So I figured that could be.
Oh shit, that's true. Fine, you're right. You're right. We gotta do it that way. Okay, so I better go fast at the point.
So
Yep.
guys, just to fill you in, we talk about all the games that we've played this year and like kind of tier them and talk about what we liked, what we didn't like.
Now I have a spreadsheet. It's gonna be better than last year.
Last year, Kirby won the most played games, and I'm sure he's gonna win this year again.
Because I have so much free time, I do nothing with my life.
He said
I
it,
think I
not
might
me.
have. I think I might have more than you, Wombat.
You
this
did
I
last
think you
year
have more than me.
too.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, I only had like
Let's go.
here. I'll bring up what we had last year real quick. So Wombat games, I only had those. I played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Amnesia, Hollow Knight, Limbo, Little Nightmares, and Tomb Raider. Kirby had
dang,
all
good year.
them,
Let's go.
and then
Let's
Trell
do
had
the
all
best.
those. So Trell had Dark Souls 1 and 2.
I beat Bloodborne last year. Yeah.
So like there were some
Yeah.
games that were the same, and some games that were different.
I counted Super Bunnyman on that list. That shouldn't have counted. I cheated there. That I didn't actually beat that game. So
Can you even beat that game?
you can. There's a story mode. I didn't beat it though. That game was hard. So that
Look
game
at
you
it.
could,
Dude, Kirby's cooking the books over here, man.
I don't even know why dude, it's past Kirby. He's a bitch. I don't know why he added that.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys when we're all future Wombat, Kirby, and Trells.
Yeah, I like past Kirby's the cause of all my problems. So
Yeah,
let's not deal with him. Let's go to
future Kirby's
Kirby.
best Kirby.
Agreed.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you all here. We'll see you next time. Appreciate the conversation. I loved it today. Great job.
It
So,
was fun.
you know, we always appreciate the Forcework Scholar, and that's you guys out there. So, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, and enjoy in the meantime. Bye-bye.
Bye.